Za'Darius Smith, big free agent signing for Minnesota this offseason. Credit to Kwesi Adofo-Mensah on making that happen. Smith says he wants revenge against his former Green Bay Packers team, which factored into him signing with the Vikings, saying, quote, "Walking past me, not saying nothing. Z, how's your back doing?" There was none of that. As you can see, that adds on to why I'm on the other side, so I can go back. I get to go back 2 times a year. I put my back on the fucking line. I put everything. In that year 3, I was treated bad. That's why I'm here now, so I can play them twice a year. I get it. And outside looking in the NFL among all pro sports leagues, the NFL appears to be the most cutthroat. It's a high-pressure sales job. And I worked in sales. Without giving away too many specifics, it was a week-to-week job. We had benchmarks to hit every single week. And if you hit those numbers, you're a rock star. You do it enough consistently, you're a legend. But God help you if you call in sick or if you have scheduled vacation off. Everything you produced beforehand, it doesn't count. It's make-believe. It's as if it never happened. How dare he? Look at this piece of shit calling in sick, missing time off for medical purposes as we struggle to meet our team goals. So I understand where Za'Darius Smith is coming from, and I believe he's going to go all the way off against his former team on Sunday. Here's my concern. On Sunday, he's going to be at his absolute best. He needs no more motivation to get after it. But after week 1, when the personal vendetta has subsided, are we also going to see you at your best for the rest of the season, minus Green Bay at Lambeau Field? Because you're a Viking now. Your job is to give the Minnesota Vikings the best chance to win. Well, I sure shit showed the Packers in week 1. Great, we have 15 more non-Packers games to go. Much of the potential success for the Vikings this year rests on the shoulders of guys like Za'Darius Smith. Don't let the 2 Green Bay Packers games be your end-all be-all this year. He's a pro, so I'm going to assume that all 17 games he's going to be jacked up for the season. But sidebar, the updated depth chart. After releasing guys like Tristan Jackson and Amir Smith-Marset, I said, man, they must really believe in Jalen Nailor. Well, the updated depth chart, Jalen Nailor is 5th in the wide receiver group after Jalen Reagor, who is currently your wide receiver 4. And with the release of Armon Watts, Jonathan Bullard is now a starting defensive end. Expect opponents to go run heavy against the Vikings until they can prove that they can stop it. With Jordan Berry gone, obviously Ryan Wright is your punter. And at the punt returner position, we all knew the deal, but that goes to Jalen Reagor. And signing Ndamukong Suh, please, for the love of God, defensive line is such a major concern that if you don't do anything, then buckle up for what may be one of the league's worst run-stopping defenses. And lastly, I talked about this with Declan Goff today on Purple Daily. Apparently, much of the national sports media is catching wind onto this as far as what Kirk Cousins may bring to the table, and that's league motherfucking MVP consideration. It's going to be like that, and I get it. If you want to be nervous, go ahead. I'm letting all that shit go. The Vikings will be one of the best teams in the league in 2022. Kirk Cousins now has a head coach who will be aggressive in play calling, who will exploit mismatches. Kirk Cousins will have his career best season this year. And the Vikings, I expect for them to be no worse than the 3rd seed in the NFC. Tomorrow, Vikings versus Packers preview. We'll see you then.